Hey folks, Dave here, back in Studio B, and the football project continues. It's just been ongoing here for about a week or so, not too long, but I've really been enjoying it. Been playing a little bit online, but most of it offline. So I played some momentum football. I played some Mike Sealock 2-minute drill, and I don't think you saw any of that here on the channel. I just that was done in 5 or 10 minutes. It was really fast how that game plays. And then I went and played game-winning drive, and I played the entire 1976 Buccaneers season to see if I could get them some wins, and spoiler alert, I did. And so it only made sense to come over here to Fast Drive Football, which I'm slowly, that's kind of working its way into my gaming rig here. Like I say, I think I've overcome some of the issues I had in my head with this game, and so far it's been going pretty well. And I'm just setting up my stream here, and we should be good to go. I hope we are. And there we go. So Fast Drive Football coming here on the channel, and so just I'll give you an idea with this. When I'm done with this, what I'm going to actually do is I will I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation, as I like to do, and I'm going to put the final score, and then I'll put the scores of all the games I've played and see how close we came. Now I know it's only going to be one game, so I mean it's not a huge sample size by any means, but at least give us an idea how my project went, and that's what it is. All in all, it's been an absolute blast. It's been so fun. Everything has just been so fun here playing this project here. Okay, so so in the first game. This is Fast Drive Football now, okay? It was Houston 27-13, pretty close to the 20-0 game in real life. The next game, I played San Diego, and we tied. San Diego shut out the Buccaneers too, but here in Fast Drive Football, we tied. We went to overtime, and we tied. And then in Game 3, Buffalo beat us 24-13, and that brings us to Game 4. Taking on the Baltimore Colts. And I think this was like 42-14 or something like that. This should be a spanking. I watched some of the highlights of this game, and actually Tampa Bay did a scoop and score for a touchdown. And I think that was their first points of the season or something like that in real life. And I was watching on YouTube there. So it's Tampa Bay at Baltimore. Let's see if we can get the Buccaneers blown out, shall we? As Amazing Kook stops by and Bernard stops by. And I'm getting better at this game, but I'm probably going to make some mistakes here, okay? And especially when you stream, you make a ton of mistakes when you stream. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because you got a lot going on, but anyway, we're gonna try to do this the right way. And I'm going to try not to drop dice either because I don't have a backup of my black die. All right, or a decider die. So I'll be in trouble if I drop anything here. So we're going to try not to. All righty. So what I like to do is roll the dice and have the visitor call the toss, and we're going to call heads, and the dot is heads. And no, it's tails, and so it's going to start off with Baltimore receiving the kick. And why I do that is because back in the day, they used to receive the kick. All righty. So I got my charts off to the side here, and we should be good to go for the opening kickoff. So, let's see, Baltimore should receive this kickoff unless we have any fumbles or anything, and then we'll figure it out. But here we go. So Tampa Bay, it is David Green kicking this one away. And on the kickoff, actually we only used 2 dice on the kickoff. I've already made my first mistake. And a 24. It's going to be receiving team takes with average field position. So Baltimore brings it up, and with average field position, they will start things here in the first quarter. So it is going to be Burt Jones leading his team out as SDG Replays stops by. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by on a Sunday night as I play some football here. I did actually get the email. Thanks for Bernard for reminding me. The email from Downey Games for the game-winning drive Super Bowl team. So maybe I'll do that at some point this week as well. All right, so here we go. So it's going to be Baltimore ball. And we're going to roll the dice here. And it's going to be a 2, 3, and a 5 with a decider die. So what I like to do is do the time here. So I check first because there's a couple of plays that are red dots that only one tick comes off. So I like to check that first before I do any timing at all. So right now that doesn't look like the case. So a 2, 3, 4 is going to be a straight up 4 on the red die, and the timing is going to be 2. So the Time off the clock is 2. And we'll come over here. So 12 and a half minutes to go in the quarter. So what happened on this drive at 2-3-4? It says, is it a dull offense? The Colts offense is not dull. And a staunch defense? Absolutely not. And so that's going to bring up a TD pass or an R+. So it's going to be a TD pass, it looks like. So 2-3-4. So it's not a dull offense and it's not a staunch defense. And it's going to be a TD pass. So it's going to be, so let me write down the roll here. So it's going to be a 2, 3, 4, with 4 being the red. And it's going to be a TD pass. Okay. So now let's roll for the point after. In comes Tony Linhart. And extra point is 11-65. Ooh, and it just sneaks inside the bar. And the extra point is good. So that should give us a 7-0 lead, right? Actually, I'm going to go visitors first. How about that? Actually, I've been doing visitors first, so we'll do it like that. So it should be 7-0 for the Colts if I did everything correct. Hang on one sec. I need to shut off the heat down here. The wife keeps turning it up. And we turned it up to kind of battle that cold night. It was a -11 the other night. Imagine that. And it was 50 today. So we had a 60-degree swing in temperature. It was really nuts. So I think if I did that right, it's going to be 7-0 Baltimore over the Buccaneers. And Michael stops by. Good evening. And you got Momentum Football because of this experiment. Momentum Football is great. However, there's a lot of turnovers. And the Buccaneers were in just about every game. So I might need to tweak that a little bit just to kind of make it more fun. I just don't think you should be getting 4 and 5 turnovers, that even the Buccaneers, that often. Like fumble, interceptions. Oh, my gosh. There's a lot of turnovers on that sheet. All right, so excuse me, we got the kickoff here. So Baltimore leading 7-0 after the first drive of the game. We'll kick this one off in a 45, and that's going to be average field position for the Buccaneers. So Tampa Bay will come out. We'll take a look at this expansion team here in Baltimore in average field position, and hopefully I'm doing everything correctly. So it's going to be Spurrier now under center, and we're going to get a 3, 4, and a 6. And a 3, 4, and a 6. Let me check, make sure nothing is crazy here. 3, 4, and a 6. So I'm going to have to come over here to my other card. And, okay, so a 6 is going to be 4 spaces. And so now that's going to bring us to 6. So we're halfway through the first quarter, the Buccaneers drive. What happens on this Buccaneer drive? A 3, 4, and a 6. Is it great field position? No, it's not. Is it erratic offense? Yes. Yes, it is an erratic offense. That's going to be a punt. So the Buccaneers will punt this one away. And let me see. So now I need to get my punt out. I have my little punting chart off to the side. I have this. This is the one time I haven't put this in a book yet. The first edition of this game I put into the flip book, but now I'm kind of glad that I haven't done that yet because I can spread out my charts APA style, and it's easier to stream that way. And Amazing Kook says he likes you don't get that many turnovers. Oh, maybe because I was just playing Tampa Bay. Maybe that's what it was. And you use the stats. Yeah, the stats are a fun part of that game. They really are. All right, let's take a look at this Tampa Bay punt from David Green. And it's a 53, and that'll be average field position for the Colts. So the Colts will make the catch. And it's an average play. And here we are now with Baltimore with their second possession. All right, so they lead 7-0. And, oh, boy. 3. Oh, I never put the roll for this one here. That was, wasn't that like 3, 4, 6? Oh, what was it? Oh, man, I forget what it was now. I forget what that. I like to put the roll in, and I didn't put the roll in this time. Damn it. It was a punt. I remember that. Oh, was it erratic? Yeah, so 3, 4, 6. It was 3, 4, 6 in a punt. So let me fix it. 3, 4, 6. And I think the 6 was the red die, and then it's a punt. Okay, just want to make sure I got that correct so I can go back and look at this. All right, so we have a 366 for Baltimore. So a 366 for Baltimore with 6 off the clock. So that's another 4, so it's another long drive here. That's going to give us 10. So a 366. And that says poor field position? No. That's average field position. And the offense pushes downfield with a short pass or a touchdown, but it's got an R. So I think a touchdown pass with Baltimore with an R on the advanced cards, that might be a run. So I'm going to call it a TD run. So we're going to go 3-6-6 R, and that's going to be a TD run. So Baltimore is up 13-0 already as they're stomping them. Okay, 3-4-6. Thanks. It was that. Thank you so much. And the kick up by Lennart is going to be good. So the extra point is good. And now it's 14-0 here for the Colts as they are really taking it to the Buccaneers. All right, so let me go back to my kickoff chart. And this is what you wanted to see, a nice big blowout here. I might do a doubleheader depending if I can pick up the speed on this. I'm still kind of slow on this. Average field position for Tampa Bay, so they will take the kick. And they will start with average field position here in the first quarter. All righty, so Tampa ball. Trailing 14-0. And we got a 1-5-6. All righty, so 6 again is 4 off the clock. And that's going to actually swing us around into the second quarter, right? Because we were at 10. So that's going to be into the second quarter here. So we're going to change this to the second quarter. So this drive's going to end in the second quarter. And we got a 1-5-6. And a 1-5-6 says poor field position. No, great field position, field goal. Not great. So average field position. A 1-5-6 with a little star. Prior to 2001, this is a fumble. So they're going to make the fumble. 1-5-6 with 6 being the red. And that's going to be a fumble, and the Colts pick it up. And let's check the fumble chart. So we're going to roll the red die for the fumble. 4. Defensive lineman rumbles downfield for a decent return, and it's going to be great field position. So Tampa Bay fumbles the ball. Baltimore picks it up. They have great field position, and they're in a position now to really take over this game. All right, so Burt Jones comes back out as they are crushing them. And here it is, a 1-1-5. Now, 1-1-5, if it's poor field position, it's a red tick, but it is not. So I can log in the 5, which I believe is 3, right? 5 is 3. So it's going to give us 8:45 to go here in the second quarter. And a 1-1-5. It says, poor field position, no. Undisciplined offense. Well, the Colts, no, they're not undisciplined offense. And they're going to get a field goal attempt. All righty, so the 1-1-5 is going to be a field goal attempt. So in comes Lennart to try to put this one through to put the Colts up 17-0. And Lennart is it Lennart? Tony Linhart. And he needs 11-52. The kick is up, and the kick is right through the uprights. It is good. And so it is now 17-0 here in the second quarter. So Tampa Bay will get the ball here on the kickoff, most likely. And let's go to my kickoff chart. And a 36. I should have this memorized by now. 21-65 is average field position. So Tampa Bay gets it in average field position, and that's where they'll start. Down by 17. Now, this is more like it. This is how this game should have gone. All right, so we have a 2, 3, and a 6. And a 2, 3, and a 6, is it a prolific offense? Don't even know what that means, but I'm going to say no. Is it a porous offense? Semi-porous? No, they're full porous on this drive. They're full porous. So a 2, 3, 6 porous offense. Quarterback is sacked, and they're going to do a punt BU, But if the drive began in great field position, it's a regular. No, it's not. So it's going to be a punt BU. So I got a 2, 3 red, and 6, and it's a punt BU. And so a 3 red is 2 off the clock. And so that'll come down to 6:15 to play. And now, so Tampa Bay has to punt. So in comes David Green to punt this one. Where's my punt? Uh-oh, this is something crazy. I played a game here in the Houston game. All right, just so you know, in the Houston game, Tampa had a punt that was 2 punts in a row returned for TDs by Billy White Shoes Johnson of Houston. Because he was semi-electric, he was electric, and he went all the way. 2 punt returns for Houston in that game. So at 13, the punt return. Oh, this is punt BU. Yeah, the punt returner hit as he feels the ball. It's a fumble. So the ball comes loose on the hit, and so now we need to go to the fumble. Oh, here's roll 1d6. Okay, so we got a fumble here. A 1. 1 to 3. The punting team recovers in great field position. Alrighty, so the punt returner fumbles the ball, and Tampa gets it. So I need to modify the punt BU. Fumble recovered by Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay gets the ball back in great field position after the fumble. And now they have 6:15 to work with here in the second quarter. So good chance here for the Buccaneers as Cleveland baseball fans. And Jeffrey stops by. Thanks for coming by. They play some fast drive football here on the channel. And I got a 3 and a 5 and a 5. And a 3 and a 5 and a 5. So that's going to be 3, 4, right? So I got to come 4 ticks now because they're inefficient and they're trailing. Wait. No, they're semi. They're semi-inefficient. They're non-efficient on this drive. So the 5 is just going to be 3. So that'll come down to 2.5 minutes to play in the half. All right, so they got great field position, a 3-5-5. So I keep repeating myself, but that's how I remind myself. Is it a prolific offense? No. Inept defense? No. 3-5-5 is a punt, but a coffin corner punt. So we got a 3-5-5. 5 with a red. And a 3-5-5 red is going to be a punt. So they're going to try to pin them deep. Here we go on the punt. David Green. Oh, man. This is going to be something else that's crazy. Is the punt return team electric? Well, let's find out. No. Whew, good thing. Otherwise, he would have been gone. Otherwise, average. Oh, wait. Otherwise, average field position. Yeah, so average field position here for the Colts with time running out in the first half. All righty. So, Colts ball. I think I got everything all correct here. If you see something I'm missing, let me know. So, Baltimore ball. Now, they are not efficient, so this won't. Oh, that's going to end the half pretty much. A 3-4-6 is probably going to end the half because 6 is going to give me 4 ticks, and that'll run out. So it's going to be 4 ticks on the 3-4-6 red end of half. I believe that's how that works, and so that's going to run out of time, and the gun goes off. So at the end of the first half, it's all Baltimore. It is 17-0. All right, so now I like to skip ahead here, just kind of separate the half. So it's going to be the third quarter, and Tampa Bay will receive. So the Buccaneers will receive, and it's a 46, and a 46 is average field position. So here comes Tampa out. Steve Spurrier trying to get something going here against the Colts. And a 3-5-5. And a 3-5-5. So that's going to be just regular time off the clock. So it's going to be 3. So here we are, 3. And a 3-5-5 says, disciplined offense, no. Inept defense, no. 3-5-5 is going to be a punt coffin corner. So a 3-5-5 is a punt CO. All right, so let's see if they can pin him deep. Buccaneers have recovered a fumble in this game on a punt. And a 63 on the punt. And the punt, 63. Receiving team is average field position. So decent return gets them out of the hole. So they will have average field position, the Colts will. So here's the Colts. Average field position. And that's where Burt Jones will start out here. And we have a 1-1-2. This is a nice low number here, a 1-1-2. So that's going to just be one tick off the clock. So it's been a quick drive here. 1-1-2. Punishing offense. Oh, I'm sorry, punishing defense. No, 1-1-2. A soft defense? No. So it's going to just be a normal punt. So it's going to be a 1 red, 1-2. And it's just going to be a normal punt for the Colts. Alrighty, so in comes the kicker to kick this away. And the 21 on the punt, on a normal punt. And perfect punt. It's going to pin the Buccaneers deep with poor field position. So Tampa Bay, trailing by 17, is going to start off deep in their own zone. All right, so what can we get going here? Let's see what we can do. You know, it's not over. Not all over yet. Here we go. 1, 2, and a 5. Alrighty, so it's going to be 1 off the clock. 1 tick off the clock with the 1. And so we're down to 8:45 to play. A 1-2-5 for Tampa Bay. Is it a solid offense? Absolutely not. Is it a punishing defense? Yes, it is actually a punishing defense. So the quarterback is spun to the ground and sacked on 3rd down. And that's going to be a punt, and they're going to be backed up. And, oh, wait a sec here. With a little, if it's great field position, okay, no, it's not. It was poor field position. So a punt BU. So that was a 1 red with a 2 and a 5. It's going to be a punt, and it's going to be backed up. All righty, so here comes the kick from David Green. And a 53 on the punt. On a punt BU, and a 53. Long punt. But it's going to be negated by a nice return. So it's going to be great field position for the Colts here in the 3rd quarter. So here comes Baltimore now in the great field position. And let's see what they can do against this young Buccaneers team. We have a 1, 3, and a 6. So that's going to be 1 tick. So it's been a slow rolling 3rd quarter here. We're halfway through it. And a 1, 3, 6. Prolific offense. Yes. 1, 3, 6. Wide receivers wide open, touchdown pass. So a 1 red with a 3 and a 6, and that's going to be a touchdown pass. So the Colts extend their lead to 23-0. Linhart comes in, and the kick is no good. He missed. Oh, wait. The Bucs would have missed it. Linhart's kick is good with a 65. Okay, the kick is good. I missed more extra points. In fact, I need to calculate that. When all these games that I played, I missed a lot of extra points. I want to calculate how many extra points I missed for Tampa Bay. So it is now 24-0. All right, so Buccaneers will receive the kickoff yet again. And a 24 on the kickoff will be just average field position. All right. Spurrier comes out. 1:36. So it's going to be 2 off the clock as we whittle this down. It's been a long 3rd quarter. 5 minutes to play. 1:36. Prolific offense. No. Stiff defense. No. That's just going to be a regular punt. So the Buccaneers can't get anything going. Oh, I want to put the roll in. 1, 3 red, 6, punt. All righty. So here comes Green in to punt it away. And that's a 42 on a regular punt. And that'll be average field position for the Colts as they bring it out here. All righty. 5 minutes left to play here in the quarter. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday night. Next week is the big game, so to speak, depending on what part of the country you're in, I should say. I got a 145 for Baltimore. And so, geez, boy, all these drives have been real short drives. Just one tick off the clock. So, 145. Is it great field position? No. Inept defense? Yes. TD run. So, he is gone on a 145. Great field position, inept defense. He jukes, he's gone. Yeah, so it is inept, and he is gone with a touchdown run. So that is a 1 red with 4 and 5. That's a touchdown run. And let's see about the extra point, and it is good. So it is now 31-0 here in the third quarter. That's what we expected, though. This is what I wanted to see. I really did. All right, here comes the kickoff to Tampa Bay. Ooh, a 14 on the kickoff. And cuts up field. Oh, sorry, roll a 1d6. It could be in the open. And it's a 1. No, it's average field position. So he made a move, but got pushed out of bounds. And so Buccaneer ball in average field position. Getting nothing going here. So they've had a punt, a fumble, a punt, recovered, and then still had to punt. And then punt, punt, and punt. I said pun. It is kind of a pun, isn't it? All right, here we go. Tampa Bay ball here, trailing huge, just trying to get something going, anything. A 133. So 3 is 2 off the clock. And that's going to bring us down to a minute 15 to play. And a 1-3-3. Prolific offense. No. Punishing defense. Yes. Punt. CO. Alrighty. So it's a 1, 3, and 3 red. And it's a punt CO. Alrighty. Here comes Green in to punt it away again. A 41 on the punt CO. And nice punt. He pins him in deep, so Baltimore's going to start with poor field position, but I think this is going to run into the fourth quarter. So let's roll the dice and see. I'm pretty sure it will because we only have 1 tick left. So a 3, 3, and a 3. Oh, boy. A 3, 3, and a 3. Is it poor field position? Yes, it is. So 3 is going to come off the clock, so let me get that taken care of. This is going to be 2 ticks, and that's going to bring us 1 tick into the fourth quarter, I believe. So this possession is going to take in the fourth quarter, and we got a rarity here. We got a 3, a 3, and a 3. So let's go to the unusual chart. Are they in poor field position? Yes, they are. So we got a 3, 3, and a 3. Let's see what it says. Let's go to my table A. We rolled 2 dice. An 11. Oh! The Colts line up to punt. It's blocked, and it's returned by the defense for a touchdown. And much like in real life, we got a defensive touchdown for the Buccaneers. And just like that, Tampa Bay is on the board. Blocked punt. And so we're just going to do this here just so I can keep track of it. So Tampa Bay blocked punt for TD. So Tampa Bay is on the board with a blocked punt on the rare play, or the unusual play. Extra point 11 to 54, and it is good. Extra point is good. And so the Buccaneers, thanks to the special teams, are on the board in this one. It is 31-7. That was fun. That was good. That was fun. All righty, so Buccaneers will kick this off to Baltimore. And here comes the kickoff. And a 54, I think that's just going to be average. I like to check. But, yeah, average field position. So Baltimore will start in average field position. What a substantial lead, but this would be a momentum-changing play if I was playing momentum football. All right. So they will start in average field position. And we get a 1, 2, and a 3. And a 1, 2, and a 3 says, is it poor field position? No. Great field position? No. 1, 2, 3 punt with a star. For seasons prior to 1990, the quarterback is hit hard, and it's a fumble. The ball comes loose. So we have a 1 red, a 2, and a 3, and we got a fumble. So let's roll our die here on the fumble. And it's a 3. Offense fumbles after moving into scoring position. Opponent will have average field position. So recovered by Tampa Bay, and it's going to be average field position for the Buccaneers here in the fourth quarter. Now I need to do the time. So 1 red is just a 1 tick, right? 1 tick. And come over here, and that'll bring it down to 12 and a half. So 12 and a half minutes of play. Still time for the Buccaneers or the Spiders to come back and win this one. All righty, so it's average field position for Tampa Bay. So we have a fumble by the Colts. So the Colts, with a huge lead here, starting to stumble a little bit. We have a 266. And that is not anything but a red 2 is going to be 2. So let's mark that 2. And that's going to bring us down to 10 minutes to play and a 266. Passive defense, no. Clumsy or active defense, no. Runner is bottled up, and that's a fumble. So the Buccaneers give it right back. So we got a 2 red, 6, 6. And that's a fumble by Tampa Bay. And let's see what happens on this. A 1. They fumble it short of the goal line, and it's going to be poor field position. So it's going to be recovered by Baltimore, but it is going to be poor field position here. But a Buccaneer drive stops short, and Baltimore takes over with 10 minutes to play. The Buccaneers waking up a little bit, but then that fumble really kind of hurt them. So Baltimore ball, a 1, 2, and a 4. So that's going to be 2 off the clock. 2 off the clock. So that's going to bring us down to 7.5. And a 1, 2, 4 is seasons prior to 2014 intercepted. Right? A 1, 2, 4 is intercepted. 1, 2 red. 2 red and a 4. Intercepted. Let's check the interception. And a 4. A good return after the interception gives us great field position. So Tampa Bay with great field position here in the fourth quarter after another turnover by the Colts. And Richard says he actually attended this game. Just remember thinking the Bucs were worse in person than we thought they could be. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, they back in the 70s, I don't know what it was about the expansion teams, even especially with hockey, they didn't give them anybody. They were just destined to fail. It's like all the other teams were just saying, it's too bad we're not giving up anybody good for the better of the league. So this is what you had. All right, so Buccaneer ball, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And so that's going to be 3 is what now? 2 off the clock. I did do my clock as quick as possible. So 5 minutes to play. A 3, 4, 5 for Tampa Bay. Is it a dynamic or a home offense? No. Soft defense? No. 3, 4, 5 will be a punt. So we got a 3 red, 4, and a 5. Will be another punt for the Buccaneers. So David Green comes in for the umpteenth time. A 45 on my punt chart is going to be average field position for the Colts. So Baltimore rolls back out. I'm not sure if they'd have Burt Jones in at this point, but they might, as they try to grind out the last 5 minutes in a 31-7 game. So we have a 2, a 3, and a 4. So that's going to be 3 off the clock, 2 off the clock. So that's going to bring us down to 2.5 to play. And a 2, 3, 4. Is it a dull offense? No. Staunch defense? No. A 2, 3, 4? Uh-oh. It's going to be a touchdown pass. So a 2, 3 red, and a 4 is a touchdown pass by Jones. And the lead just keeps increasing here. And the kick is good. So it's now 38-7. And Baltimore will kick off. This should be the last drive of the game. And a 56, and I should know this by now, is average field position for the Buccaneers. So Tampa Bay takes over. The crowd's starting to file out here at Memorial Stadium as the Buccaneers will roll their last one here. Only took, yeah, it did. You know, they were so bad in 76, and in 79 they were one game away from the Super Bowl. They were 10 points away from the Super Bowl. So we have a 4, a 5, and a 6 for Tampa Bay. So it's a 4, 5 red, and a 6, and a 5 is 3, and that will end the game. So the drive runs out, the pass is thrown, it's incomplete, and that'll end things here. So the final from Baltimore, it's the Colts 31 and the Buccaneers 7. And that's more like it, actually. I'm really liking this result here. So that is that. So I have another one set up to go. I don't know if you guys want me to run a double header here or not, or if I should call it a night. Let me know in the chat. We have a lot of people here, so I didn't know if I should wrap it up or not. But just let me know. I have another game set to go here. Let me know in the chat. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab a quick drink, and just let me know in the chat if we should go to game 2 or if we should wrap it up. Let me know. All righty, so it looks like a couple of people want to see a little bit more football, Craig and Bob and Mike. All right, we'll do another one here. So the game I have set up is Tampa Bay at Cincinnati. Now I need to change this right here. And that should allow me to get Cincinnati up there. So we're ready to go. Now, I did beat Cincinnati in a couple of my other replays. Just giving you fair warning here that anything can happen in these things. So here we go. All righty, so as I like to do, Tampa Bay is going to call tails this time. And tails, and they will receive. So Tampa Bay will get the ball first. As coming in to kick is Chris Barr. He will kick that out of the way. Cincinnati minus 14. Ooh, you think so? Cincinnati was 10-4, you know. Yeah, well, that is Seattle, Justin. So I will be playing Seattle at some point. Probably not tonight, though, but I do have some. So that's a kick. So I think that's average field position. So average field position is on the Buccaneers. Will come out here as they take on Ken Anderson and the Bengals. And let's see what Spurrier can do here. So we have a 2, a 4, and a 5. And, that's a little red dot. It's a red dot. So is it dynamic offense? No. Or soft defense? No. Okay. Is it a porous offense? Yes, it is. So they're sacked, and we got a punt BU. So the time will be normal because it was a normal drive. So we got 3 off the clock here. So that took 3 off the clock. 1, 2, 3. 11, 15. We have a 2, a 4, and a red 5, and that's going to be, what is it, a punt CO, right? Because they were backed up on the 2, 4, 5. Punt CO, yep. So decent drive, but it does stall out. So David Green comes in. And a 34 on a punt CO is good kick. Drops that into the coffin corner. And it's going to be poor field position here for the Bengals. So out comes Kenny Anderson and his Cincinnati team. See if they can take care of these Buccaneers. All righty. So we have a 3, a 4, and a 4. 3:44. So that's going to be 2 ticks off the clock. 3:44, 2 ticks. And what's gonna be happening here in 3:44? Is it a mild or undisciplined defense? Yes, I would say they are. And so it's going to be a field goal attempt. So on the 3:44, going to be a field goal attempt. So in comes, was it Chris Barr? Chris Barr comes in. The field goal is 11-36 to put the Bengals up 3-0. The kick is up, and the kick is nice and good. So, right off the bat, Bengals will jump out in front. It is 3-0. Barr comes in to kick off. A 56, and that's going to be average field position again for the Buccaneers as we take a look at the expansion team for the second time today here in Cincinnati. Here we go. I forget what the actual score was in this game. I had them all written out too, and I don't have it in front of me. So we have a 4-4-5, and I'm checking the Buccaneer card here because there's some certain roles that I have to check. That's not one of them. So a 4-4-5 is going to be 4. It's going to be 2 off the clock, I believe. Yep. And come over here, and that's going to drop that down to 6:15 to play. So 4 ticks off the clock, which I think is I forget how many minutes that is now. 5 minutes. And 4-4-5. So 4-4-5. Erratic offense. Yes. Punt. Piece of cake. So 4 red, 4-5, and that's going to be a punt. So the Buccaneers will have to kick this one away. David Green comes in, and a 32 on the regular punt chart, and it's going to be nice punt by Green. They're going to get the roll in the Cincinnati wind, and it's going to put the Bengals in poor field position for the next drive. And so Ken Anderson comes out and company. And let's see what they can do here against the expansion team. We have a 2, 2, and a 6. So that's going to be 2 off the clock, 2 ticks. So that's going to bring us down to 3:45 to go in the first quarter. 2-2-6. Secure offense. Nope. 2-2-6. Passive defense. Nope. 2-2-6 is a fumble. 2-2-6 is a fumble. So we got 2 red and a 2 and a 6, and that's a fumble. So the Bengals fumble the ball. Buccaneers jump on it, and they're going to get average field position. So they just come across midfield, and they fumble it, and recovered by Tampa Bay. So average field position for the Buccaneers as the Buccaneer defense stands strong in a 3-0 game. All right. Spurrier comes out to lead the crew. A 1, 2, and a 5. So 5 is 3 little tickies. 2, 3. And that's going to bring us right to the end. So it's going to be the end of the first quarter. And a 1, 2, 5. Is it a solid offense? Absolutely not. Is it a punishing defense? Nope. 1, 2, 5 is just a regular punt. So 1, 2, 5 red is a punt. All righty, so Green will come in and kick this away again. We have a 24 on the punt, and that's another good kick by Green. That's going to keep rolling as they have the wind in this first quarter, and it's going to go out of bounds deep in Cincinnati territory, and that's where the Bengals will take over. So after 1, it is 3-0 Bengals. So we are in the second quarter now. Cincinnati ball. And we roll here. And we got a 2, a 2, and a 4. And so that's going to be, a 4 is going to be 2 off the clock as we start the second quarter. And a 2-2-4. Aggressive defense. Nope. 2-2-4. Disciplined defense. Nope. 2-2-4 is going to be a punt. So 2-4 red is going to be a punt. So the Bengals can't get anything going, and they will have to come in and kick this away. 41 on the punt. And average field position after that kick. And that's where Tampa Bay, who's still in the game, by the way, it's 3-0. See if they can get a score. That last game was a blocked field goal. It's the only way they scored. A 3, a 3, and a 5. So a 5 is going to be 3 off the clock. So it's going to come over here and make that 5. So 8:45 to play here in the second quarter. 3-3-5. 3-3-5. Is it great field position? No. Drives just short of field goal range. We got a punt CO, but we have a little star here. And for seasons prior to 2017, it's actually a fumble. So that's going to be a fumble. So the Buccaneers fumble this one, picked up by the Bengals. And, well, this is kind of weird here because it says I was just short of field goal range, but now the punt is fumbled just short of the goal line for poor field position. They'll go with it, so it'll be poor field position. Recovered by Cincinnati. So they'll have it in poor field position. So something crazy happened on that play. Maybe it was a long catch and a fumble or something like that, but Cincinnati's going to have the ball in poor field position. All righty. So Ken Anderson rolls the troops out, a 122. So a 2 is 2 off the clock. So it's going to bring us down to 6:15 to play in the half. We have a 1, 2, and a 2. And home defense or undisciplined offense? No. Great field position? No. 1, 2, 3 punt. But he's hit, and that's a fumble. So 1, 2, and 2 red is going to be a fumble here. And Buccaneers will recover it. Let's see if they can get anything with this. 4. Great field position for the Buccaneers after that fumble. So we got a lot of turnovers in this game. So we have a fumble, and a fumble. And that's fumble recovered by Tampa Bay. So the Buccaneers have the ball here in the second quarter, trailing just 3-0. Yeah. Sometimes these games happen. You should have seen momentum football, how many turnovers there. It would be like fumble, interception. It was like bang, bang, bang. All righty, Buccaneer ball. Great field position. We have a 1:55. So a 5 is 3 off the clock. And that's going to bring us within 5. So I think that's 4 off the clock, right? So we got 5 is 3 plus the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 off the clock because they're inefficient. Wait a sec. No, they're not inefficient because they're semi-inefficient, but they're not. So the 5 is going to back that up to a 3. So we got to come back here and put one more time on the clock here. So I think that's correct. 2.5 to go. Buccaneers in great field position. A 1-5-5. It is secure offense. No. Clumsy offense? No. Active defense? No. And 1-5-5 is just going to be a punt, I believe. So 1-5-5. And that's a punt. So time running out in the half. Buccaneers still can't get it. Oh, we got some craziness here. On a punt. Is the punt return team electric? Let's find out. No, they're not electric. So average field position. Oh, he was on his way, and he was tripped up by the kicker, and he goes out of bounds. Otherwise, he was gone. All righty, so Cincinnati. They could be semi-inefficient. Let me see. They are inefficient on this drive, but it's only a 1. So there's 2 ticks off the clock, right? 1-1-5, and it's 2 ticks off the clock. Because we have to add, no, but they're not trailing. Aha. So just the 1 tick. Right, 1 tick off the clock here. So 1:15 to go. And poor field position, no. Undisciplined offense, no. 1-1-5 is going to be a field goal attempt. So they drive it down the field after the Tampa Bay punt, and with just over a minute to play, in comes Chris Barr for the field goal try. 11-36. The kick is good. And that moves the needle, and it's now 6-0. A thriller here. I'm glad you guys stuck around for this one. This is a thriller. All right, so here comes the kickoff now. And it's a 41, so it's going to be average field position. And I don't think, no matter what happens here, so Tampa's going to get it, an average field position. But no matter what they roll, we're adding one. Oh, no, I have to, oh, it's possible. Let me see. Yeah, no matter what happens here, and it's a 6, so it's a 2-6-6. So 2-6-6 red. So that's the end of the half. So it's been a thriller here in Cincinnati. It is 6-0. It's been all field goals. Okay. So the Bengals will receive the kickoff in the second half. And David Green comes in to kick this one away. Ooh, it's a 16. Returner makes a poor decision coming out, and he is tackled in poor field position. So the Bengals will start off in yuck land. And here we go. Your prediction's a little off. Yeah. Cincinnati fans turning in their season tickets in droves. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All righty, so in poor field position, Ken Anderson, a 2-4 and a 4. All right, so that's going to be a 2 ticks off the clock here to begin the third quarter. A 2-4 and a 4. Is it poor field position? Oh, no. Offensive tries to run from the 1. They can't make it out, and it's a safety. Unbelievable. I've never had a safety in any of these games. That is so cool. So a 2-4 and a 4 in poor field position is a safety. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's 6-2. It's a baseball game. That is awesome. It is a safety in the Buccaneer defense. In the last game, the defense, the special teams blocked the field goal. In this one, it's the defense getting a safety. Oh, boy. So Buccaneers will get the ball back here on the free kick. Now, I have not had a safety yet. So, after a safety, I think it's just a punt right after a safety. I've never had a safety in this game or any other game. So let me just double check here. After a safety. A free kick using the punt BU table on the punt chart. Okay. All right, so they will kick from the punt BU. Okay. I think that's how a safety goes. All righty. So here comes the punt from the BU, and that's a 53. And it's going to be a long punt, but it's going to be a nice return by the Buccaneers, and they're going to get great field position. So Tampa Bay is going to get great field position here in the third quarter. And let's see what they can do with it. Trailing 6-2. First ever safety here on the channel. Wasn't a walk-off safety, but it was a safety. Oh, boy. We have a 1-4 and a 5. All right, 1-4 and a 5. So a 5 is what? 3 ticks off the clock. And it's going to get us down to here. A 1-4-5. Great field position. Yes, tight end makes the catch. Touchdown. Touchdown. 1-4 and a 5. And that's a touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Told you, anything can happen against I was going to say the Reds, but it's the Bengals. And the extra point is no good. How many times have I missed extra points? Extra point is no good. So that gives them 6. So if you had 8 on your scorecard, you're doing pretty well. It's 8-6 Buccaneers as they get a safety and then a touchdown, but miss the extra point. Go figure. This guy can't hit an extra point to save his life. I would say I've missed 30% of my extra points in this project. It is pretty bad overall. So the Buccaneers will kick off to Cincinnati. And let's see what the Bengals can do now. 8-6. Vomit. Yeah. Isn't this gross? This is gross. Cincinnati's supposed to be 10-4 too. And that's just going to be average field position after the kickoff. It's been fun, though. It's been fun. And it's 8-6 Tampa Bay. And for those of you expecting to see the Cowboys and the Giants, you can tune to that right away. All right, so we got a 2-4-6 here for Cincinnati, and a 4 is going to be 2 off the clock. So it's going to bring us down to 6:15 to play. 2-4-6, average field position. 2-4-6, dull offense. No. 2-4-6, runner turns the corner, and he is gone. Touchdown run, I think. 2-4-6, yeah, touchdown run. So Cincinnati comes back and takes the lead on the 2-4 red in the 6. Touchdown run. Because they had good field position, right? Not a dull offense. Runner turns the corner. He is gone. 2-4-6. Touchdown run. So the Bengals are back in front. And the extra point is good. Extra point is good. So it's now 13-8 here. It's always an adventure with the Buccaneers. So we're still in the third quarter. Tampa Bay will receive the kick. They had their first lead of the year here in Cincinnati, but it didn't last very long at all. I just need the 2 here. Oh, boy, 21 on the kickoff. No, average field position. So Buccaneers an average field position. And let's see if we can get something going here. I'm good. I think I'm good on my time. Am I good on my time? A 2, 3, and a 4. So I think I didn't do the time, right? So it should be 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So there's 2, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that's where I should be at the 9 mark. Okay. So I let me get my time squared away. All right, so we got a 3:44 for Tampa Bay. 2 ticks come off the clock. So now I should be at 1:15. Hopefully I did that correctly. 2 ticks off the clock on the 3-4-4. 3-4-4. Mild or undisciplined defense? No. Defense comes through with a big stop, and it's going to be a punt CO. So a 3, 4, and a 4 red punt CO. So Cincinnati comes back and stuffs the Buccaneers on this drive. And a 42 on the punt CO. And punt, and that's going to be poor field position for Cincinnati coming out here. So the Bengals will come out, fair catch deep in their own territory, as this should wind up the third quarter. And a 3-4-6. So a 4 is 2 ticks. So that will carry us into the next quarter. So that's going to be 0, and that's going to come around to 13:45 in the fourth quarter. So that's going to be, so we can now put up the 0. So it's 13-8 here in the fourth quarter. 3-4-6 for the Bengals. 3-4-6. Great field position? No. Erratic offense or disciplined defense? No. 3-4-6 will be a field goal try. 3, 4 red, and 6 is a field goal attempt. If I read that right. 3, 4, 6. Field goal attempt. Okay. In comes Barr to try to make this a 2-score game. Field goal attempt of 11-36. And the kick is no good. The kick is no good. It's off to the side, and the Buccaneers dodge a bullet, and they're still within this game. It's a 1-score game. And here comes Tampa Bay now. And we get a 1-1-4. So that's going to be, and it's going to be average field position after the kick. So a 1 is 1 tick, I believe. Very slow. Look at all the possessions in here. It's been a lot of low rolls. 1-1-4. Prolific offense? No. Erratic offense? Yeah. Negative yardage kills the drive. A punt BU? Yep, this is a punt BU. So 1 Red 1-4. Punt, and they're backed up. All righty, Green is not a strong kicker, but he's going to kick this one away. Let me just adjust my, that's okay. Green on a punt BU with a 26. And that's going to be a good kick, and it's going to be average field position after the return. So here comes Cincinnati, leading by 5 here in the fourth quarter, trying not to screw this up here in front of a festival crowd. All righty. Ken Anderson, a 1-1-5. Is it? No, it's not poor field position, so it'll just be 1 tick off the clock. And a 1-1-5 is not poor field position. Undisciplined offense. No. A 1-1-5 is going to be another field goal attempt. So they drive it down again to give Barr another chance. It is depressing watching this game, really. Barr comes in, 11-36, and the kick this time is good. So it's now 16-8 as they open up an 8-point lead against the Buccaneers. So here comes the kickoff from Barr. And I'll just be average field position for Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay down by 2 scores now. There's no 2-point conversion unless I add it in, unless I use a homebrew rule. 145. And 5. Ooh, it's a 3 here. 3 comes off the clock. So that's going to bring this to 7.5. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. 1-4-5. Is it great field position? No. Inept defense? No. 1-4-5 is going to be a field goal attempt. All right. So the Buccaneers will get a field goal try to cut this back to a 1-score game. David Green, not the strongest kicker, 11-35. That's about half, maybe less than half. And the kick is no good and never had a chance. And Cincinnati will take over, and that should just about wrap it up here. Tampa really needed that one. And David Green just can't come through for the team. So now we have 6 off the clock, but they're inefficient, but that won't matter because they're winning. So 6 is 4. So that's going to bring us down to 2.5 minutes to play in the game, and it's a 2:56. Is it great field position? No. Is it home offense or discipline? It's a home offense. So they're going to get a field goal try here to really put the Buccaneers in the hole. So we have a 2-5-6. That's a field goal attempt. Brian stopping by. What do I like best, this momentum or Downey game-winning drive? I don't know yet. I mean, they all do different things. Game-winning drive is the fastest because once you set up the score sheet, it's like bang, bang, bang. This one in momentum football have a lot more depth, so you feel more connected to the game, and it takes a little longer to play. Momentum has some crazy turnovers and crazy scores. It's very enjoyable. It's just I had a lot of fun with momentum, but looking back, it's a lot of the stuff I played. It wasn't the most, it kind of a little unrealistic, but I had so much fun. All right, so we got a field goal attempt here by Cincinnati as Barr comes in, and the field goal try is good. So just like that, it's 19-8. Did anybody have 19-8 on their bingo card for this game? So Buccaneers now, we'll just try to wrap this up here. I don't even know if they'll get a playoff. Oh, we got a craziness here. Is the running team electric? No, they're not electric. But they're going to get great field position, but time probably will run out on them unless we get a 1. Yeah, we don't. So, 5-5-5 though. Do we play out the rare play? I'm playing out the rare play. They can't win. So we got to so Cincinnati with 2 field goals here. So that's 6. So is that right? So it's 19-8. Yeah. So they can't win. I'm going to play out the rare play. All righty. So 5-5-5. Poor position. No. So let's go to the unusual chart. Let's have some fun here, shall we? We're going to go to table B. Unusual results B. Just because they can't win. We're going to play it out. And, that roll is out 5-5-5, right? So 5-5-5. So time would have expired, but in Dave's world, we're going to play out the rare play. And a 61, I'm sorry, it's a 16, so we have to flip it back here, 16. Home team on defense, yes. So the crowd noise is delay a game is going to be a punt. So they can't get the playoff. We'll just call that end of game, as it's a delayed call. They couldn't get the snap off. Whatever you want to call it. I want to see what happened on the rare play, but that'll end the game. So the final score, it is the Bengals 19, the Buccaneers 8. Oof. That was fun. I mean, that was a crazy game. I love crazy games like that. I do. As I come back to Studio B. So that was nuts. 19-8. Oh, I got to make sure I write that down. I'm going to have to save this one here. Let me save this before I go away, because I want to probably have to print this one out, or at least add it to my all my score sheets. I have all my score sheets here. I like to keep them all and go through them, so I'm going to probably do that when I'm done here. But anyway, yeah, D. Scott Howard stops by. That was crazy. And Brian says, enjoy watching the videos. Yeah, thanks. And it helps you decide what to look at. Yeah, well, that's kind of the idea behind it. It's there's some of these games don't have anything. Some have some videos. But I figure the more videos you have to look at and watch, you'll see different angles. People talk about the games differently. So there might be something that I say that someone else didn't, or something else that someone else says that I didn't, and that'll help you decide if you want to play the game. I try to show off a game to give you an idea what's happening. I won't give you the whole game. I won't give you every single rule in the game, but what I'm looking for is an idea on how to play the game. And sometimes I look at a game and no, and then other times it's like maybe, and other times it's yes. So I appreciate that. I just try to do that when I can. But that was a nutty one. So we had a couple good games here. Well, if you're a Baltimore fan or a Cincinnati fan, you win that one. So Buccaneers now lose 2 in a row. They still have won 1. No, wait. Hang on a sec. So they lost to Houston. They tied San Diego, and they lost to Buffalo. Now they've lost to Baltimore and Cincinnati. So they're 5 games in. They're 0-4-1. 0-4-1. Not too bad. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. We had a fun Sunday night here, I think, playing that. That was crazy. Anytime you have a safety, it's crazy. I'm glad I got that, because I've never had a safety, I don't think, in any of my games, as far as cards and dice go. So that was fun. Crowd noise with the score 19-8. Right? I know, Craig. I know, but we just go with it. Maybe the team was, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it was the cars in the parking lot making noise or something, Who knows? But yeah, good point there. Mungo Jerry, I have a soft spot for terrible teams too. Have you seen my Spiders videos? I just enjoy that. It really does. Lower Slower Board Gamer comes by. Thank you so much. I've been watching some of your stuff, by the way, too. I really enjoy watching that. You've been doing some different things besides sports too, so it's fun. And Mungo Jerry's got a song. Nice. Good job. Good job for that. So anyway, all right. So we're gonna wrap things up here from Studio B. It was a couple of fun games of Fast Drive football. And Jucket's on tomorrow with his Super Bowl preview, so check that out. I might do a game-winning drive Super Bowl preview, and then maybe a Fast Drive football one, too, so I can kind of compare. Because I think the teams are out for Fast Drive as well. So maybe I'll do a back-to-back Jack. We'll see how it goes. And just have some fun with that. So anyway, hey, I'm Dave from Studio B. We'll talk to everybody later. Have a good weekend and have a good week. Stay warm. Bye-bye.